The year is 20XX, and it's time for early access. Welcome back to 20XX. Previously, we took Nina for a spin, and she made friends with a slot machine and got mobility items. And she blasted away 4 of the robot masters. I put them in quotation marks. Even though they'd be more like the Mavericks. It is X after all. Now, we got some people here. They are weak against various things. I do not have most of them. I have the Vera, which is great against this guy. But if I take this guy, in the later levels with this guy, and this guy over here, become a lot harder. So I have a quandary. Should I make it hard for myself to complete this mission? Or should I take the easy way out? Decisions. I really don't want to take on this guy unless he has a weakness. So I'm going to take this guy. I have his weakness. I can take care of him. I'll make him pay for it. Somehow. I'll take it out of his wallet. Does he even have a wallet? Do robots even care about money? And there's my replicator working too. I got some money. These guys are going to start getting annoying though. We got bigger and badder enemies now. Because this is level 5. Beta enemies are going to start showing up. And also Gamma enemies, which are even stronger. The Beta enemies are already a piece of work. They're upgraded versions of regular enemies, and they have more to them. They're kind of double normal enemies. See, that guy's his little brother. Also, we get a lot more traps in the area, too. Luckily, I can kind of hover. Thank you, Armatort, for being a part on top of my legs. Being a piece of me. Also, I gotta thank Shatterbeak, too. That power is actually quite useful in this area. But this is where it kind of gets annoying. All these levels are put together in pieces, and basically the pieces go by either being a battle piece or a platforming piece. And you get stronger enemies when there's a battle piece going on. There's lots of enemies on the screen. They're more powerful. Platforming kind of says it for itself. There's lots of platforming involved. The annoying part is if you go into a really hard platforming section and come out in a really hard combat section. So you kind of have to fight the enemies while standing in the platforming part. It kind of gets annoying. That's why it gives you so much power. Which can actually get quite ridiculous. Not quite Binding of Isaac levels of ridiculous, but it gets there. It definitely gets there. I wish I had the power to shut off these things. But no, they're present. They're ever present. And I can't do anything about it. Except stock up on armor. Nina is pretty good at getting the armor. Especially if you have armor finding abilities like the Armor Nut, which I got in the last video. That's going to be helpful. What's also helpful is this booster. The booster 8.0. It's basically what it is. Just like in Cave Story. We're a robot. We got a polar star. And we could hover. Great! I can actually cheese through this section a little bit. Ooh, this is a diamond chest. Which means it has a weapon in it. It's the Star Beam! I can now fire in 4 directions. Now that's better than the Mina Buster. It'll do less damage, but shooting in 4 directions in an area that's very platform heavy is going to be very, very useful. And I'm going to enjoy that a whole bunch. Feel the power of 4-way. I can even go down here. I can go down there into 4-way. No, I'm not trying to be dirty with that joke. You're trying to be dirty with that joke. You'll get your mind out of the gutter immediately. I'll shoot you at my 4-way. Yeah, that's a Gamma enemy right there. They are the final upgraded versions of enemies at this point. And he would have shot in all 4 directions, just like me. And he shoots giant laser beams that hate everything. So don't mess with him. Sadly, I do not have Fly, or I would show you something right now. But I don't have the options to do it. Oh boy, a vending machine I don't need. Pass. And this is Kerr! You might remember him from the title screen in the last video. He was terrorizing scientists. He is the giant laser-firing dragon robot that's requisite in every Mega Man game. And he's weak against one particular item that I did not use against him. And he has a plasma sword. He's edgy. But if you use the Vera against him, you can shoot his bullets right back at him. He kills himself. And I got myself a re-beginner. That's an extra life. You could stock up on those too. One time I had like 4 re-beginners following me. It was very hard to die. And I got myself the Quint laser. This is really good because it can also knock down the vending machines and give you stuff. But it's basically a walking pixel that kills everything. Pretty good item if you want a slow-moving bullet that does lots of damage. Shatterbeak is actually weak against that, and especially if you charge it. You can charge it up to level 3, and it becomes humongous. It becomes even bigger if I had the Owlhawk set. Let's see, we got Rollster. He's weak against my Flame Shield. He's weak against an item I don't have yet, because I don't have it. I forget who gives it to me. Oh, Death Lotus gives it to me. And he's weak against Rollster's weapon. So, I guess I'm gonna have to go with Rollster then. His full name is Rollster Beta. If you remember, I killed his cousin, the Perforator Alpha. I don't know what they're trying to go with that. They don't really have a lot of lore for the Maverick-type bosses, but I'm hoping to get around to it eventually. I like having a little bit of lore in my roguelites, which is kinda what Isaac has, but not enough to keep me interested. This has me a little bit more interested. As you can see, lots more fire, lots more lava, and I have hovering abilities now. And there's bees. Bees everywhere. Bees and bats. It's like this game knows my fears. And flame-spewing snakes, but they're kind of no problem. Lots of power-ups if you know where to look for them. Actually, there's a secret wall somewhere that it looks like a regular wall. I accidentally stumbled across it. Ah, finesse. This basically means do not get hit. There's lots of traps up ahead. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Yeah! I'm freezing them all. Take that. There's no time limit. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I got all this energy and I have free powers, so I'm just gonna cheese the heck out of this thing. No damage? How about I take away all of your traps so you can't damage me? How about that? Yeah! Here's your challenge now, challenge man. That's basically a free item right there. I have a helmet and I want to keep it. That's the Oxjack helmet. It makes me dash faster. I don't really want it compared to free power whenever I want. There's a helmet that's pretty useful in the beginning, which gives you armor when you pick up health. And it actually expends all of the useless health items and still gives you armor for them. So it's a pretty good pickup for a beginning of the game. You know what? I don't need what's in here, but I'm going to show you how to knock it over anyway. Just charge it to full and you can take stuff. And if you have a Vent Smasher, you might get some free items for the deal. Usually nuts, but sometimes they'll also give you a bonus health or bonus energy. Let's try it again. Let's try my luck. Actually, I think I have a lot more luck now because I picked up a light luck item lately. Didn't I pick it up? Yeah. I picked up the 7-leaf clover. Enemies drop more of everything. No wonder they're so generous. So luckily I could shut down traps in this area now with my, whatever it's called. I can't remember it. All I remember is it shoots ice, and it's awesome in the Agnesword area. Look at that. All the traps done for. Do I want this? It kills bosses really good. It's kind of a shotgun, though. It doesn't have a lot of range to it. It basically turns me into Zero with a little bit more range. That can murder bosses, though. You know what? I'm taking it. I'm taking the risk. I might be a bad risk, but look at all the armor I have. I think I can afford taking a little bit of risks. This isn't baby mode to me, really. And then I say that when a whole bunch of powerful enemies showing the screen. This is what I said about battle areas. Hey, where are you going? I need you. I want your tasty soul chips. Delicious. So that's how you murder a hamster wheel in a fire area. You shoot it with your shotgun. Don't argue with me. I'll shoot you with my shotgun. I have a shotgun now, just to let you know. Vending machine. I don't even want to bother knocking it over. I kinda do want to knock it over. Not worth it. Not worth it. I wanted a health bonus. So the nut-saving string wire lets me get free purchases off of vending machines. This gives me more power damage and turns my nuts into power. I will take that. If I run out of energy for some reason, I can use nuts instead. And a brain food lunch gives me more HP, more energy, and fills it up. I'll take this and this. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Extreme poverty detected. I don't like you. I should have knocked that one over too. And this is Rollster Beta. Roll free or die. So let's see him roll over my flame shield. And the fact that I have a shotgun, and every bullet counts against his invincibility time. So if I charge it up and hit him with a full blast, that's a lot of damage. And the flame shield stops him from charging around like a lunatic. Sadly, in later levels, he turns into smaller versions of himself. Kind of annoying, but they get destroyed just as easily. If you're at the very, very end of the game, or in very, very high levels, he will split once again into ever smaller pieces of himself. Don't let him have it. And I picked up Charge Nuts, so now officially Nuts will grant me health, armor, and energy. It's a triple threat. And that gets me the Boomerang Blade. We're reaching the end now. Animal Augment Program. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no animal augments in this game. Actually, they're thinking about an animal hero that's kind of like Rush. I wonder how that's going to play. So, I do not have the mortar to fight this guy. The person that has the mortar, the mortar is Death Lotus. And he's weak against the weapon I just got. Oh, I forgot to show it off. Oh, darn. I'll show it off now. It's actually a pretty good weapon. I like it. It's the Boomerang Blade. I can shoot in multiple directions. See that? Also, it grabs items for me if I use it. So, say there's items down there where I can't reach them, unless I want to fall in lava. I could grab them with this item. And I might get some energy back, because I'm getting energy off of everything now. Anything and everything. If only I had that full Owlhawk set. I keep on trying to find myself saying Owl Jack. No, it's the wrong thing. Nope, green fire lava hurts. Noted. I'll save that in my logbook. Yeah, this is why I don't like having shotgun. Shotgun is not optimal for this. So that's why I have powers. I'm gonna have to rely on them a lot more. I'm getting all this energy, why the heck not? That's right, I'm a rolling juggernaut of death. In Deviant mode, it could actually get worse. I could get very ridiculous. I don't want to brag. It gets nasty. I kind of get to level 30 and then give up on my own volition. I just like, yeah, you know what? I'm a little bit too powerful now. The fun was getting there, not being there. Ooh, a leveled up Reflap. He's now level 2. He does more headbutt damage. That's great. Kinda wish I was able to afford that murder drone. That mortar drone, yes. What are these words? What are words in 20XX? Are they of any value anymore? Huh? No. All these people are robots. They communicate through Wi-Fi. They don't need words. Not anymore, anyway. That is Gamma Bat. That is a Gamma Flap. It will try to murder me by evading me first. I don't like that. Ah. Stop being an enemy. It's bad for your health. What did I tell you? Ah, shop costs are down now. Something's on sale every time I visit a shop now. And if I grab 5 of those, everything's on sale. Including my own demise! Man, look at all that armor. Do I even need to worry about falling into things anymore? Hey, what is this? It's the Very Safe Laboratory! It's very safe! I don't know. It doesn't seem safe. You don't seem safe. The music doesn't sound safe. I guess, maybe? I feel like I made a bad decision. I feel like I downloaded something on the internet I shouldn't have. But hey, I do double damage now. Everything takes double damage, including me. That seems like a bad proposition, but I'm banking on something might help me if I pick it up, if I find it somewhere. But that wasn't safe. I think those labs are lying to me. Someone was lying to me. I feel lied to. Am I that confident in my 20XX abilities that I picked that up? Maybe. Or maybe I'm just hoping upon hope that the RNG will love me. The RNG does not love me. In fact, that is the Owlhawk Blaster. I don't have enough for it. I could try knocking over this vending machine, but I don't think it's gonna do me any good. Let's try it. Oh, nuts! Darn it, still not enough. There's no vending machine out here, is there? Darn it! I want that! Give me that! I want that! It's pretty! My attack kills might restore my energy, which is actually quite helpful. I guess I'll just take some small stuff. Alright, thanks. Thanks for showing me things I can't have. Well, I need the boomerang blade for this boss. Also, I'm doing double, triple, quadruple damage to everyone, including myself. So, this might get ridiculous. This might get very ridiculous. Including the fact that there's very little floor around here. Ow, I don't know how much damage that did, but I don't want it to happen again. So, luckily with this weapon, I can actually stun the boss for a little while. He's really weak against this weapon. He hates it. He hates it so much he died in an explosion. A horrible explosion factory. And I got myself an armor boost. Now all of the dedicated armor pickups will give me 3 instead of 2. And I get myself the mortar. Which leaves one final boss. It's this guy. He is weak against this weapon. The mortar. Very simple. It shoots a mortar. If there's a beehive around from Frostin', it'll lock onto that and it'll blow it up, killing it immediately. I don't have any beehives. Oh wait, this is Frostin', so yes, I will have beehives. Guaranteed beehive. Also, I have the fire shield, which will protect me against icicle launchers. I'm glad that I have pets, because I can't really do much with the shotgun except kill bosses with it. And some bigger enemies. And do stuff like that. I don't even know why I chased that health. I don't really need it. I actually need armor more. Especially since I'm kind of compromised. The very safe labs will give you an augment that has a negative connotation to it. And the only way to get rid of it is to pick up a certain item that you can find in shops and in chests. You know what? The heck with the shotgun. I am taking the wave beam. It is Mina's best weapon, it does the most damage, and it pierces through walls. So now at least my basic attack can go through walls. There's an item that can make everything go through walls, including that thing. But I don't have that. So wave beam will have to do. I kinda like wave beam now. It keeps me nice and safe, I don't have to get hit by anything in this level. And that's what I'm gonna try and do, not get hit by anything. No spikes for me. No icicle things. No bats. Bats are forbidden. Do not show me another bat if you want to live. If you don't want to live, you better pull out that bag of bats, because then I'm going to murder you for it. Oh, okay. I forgot that wave beam does not go through shields. Other item does. So I got hit. But still, bring out your bats. Bring out all the bats. I'm ready. Oh, you guys again. Okay, what's very safe this time? No! No, do not. I'm not touching that. That shuts off my powers, and grants me a little bit of attack power. Unless I cure that, I'm without my powers for the rest of the run. No, I am not doing that. How about no? How about absolutely no? That is more powerful than no. You are the wrong. You are the bad. You are the bad wrong. I stand for the opposite of bad wrong. I am the Gnaw Dab. Yes, it's a more powerful version of good. Don't think into that too much. I've been watching Kung... Actually, I haven't watched Kung Fu... not Kung Fu Hustle, it's the other one. Kung Pao, yeah. I watched that, and it corrupted my brain. So, don't mind me. I'm just blathering on. I see everything in mock Japanese now. No, how about you don't dash around? How about soul chips for me? I don't really need them for anything, but it makes my next run so much more fun. Yeah, you go ahead and run right into that. I don't care. Oh, you guys are big spiders. Don't explode. They try to jump at you, and then they explode in a whole bunch of bullets. Don't let it happen. Kill their babies. Kill the hive immediately. This is Mortar doing what it was born to do. Killing hives. Killing hives all over the place. Yeah, I appreciate your attempt there, Reflap, but you did not kill that bat. You are now fired. Yeah, I see you back there, being behind the penguin, being super useful to me right now. I don't want to hear it from the flying head. The penguin's more useful than you. So, things are starting to get a little bit hectic around here. There's lots of enemies, and there's lots of traps. Welcome to level 8! There are levels past this. In fact, they're thinking about doing like a... I guess it would be like a Dr. Wily type of level. And that'll be level 9. And it's supposed to be especially difficult. If you're doing Endless Mode and you go past level 9, you start taking more damage from everything. This trades HP for chips, but I'm not doing that. I mean, trades HP for nuts. But I can knock it over for some free nuts. Every time I say nuts, I just imagine someone in my comment section just saying something about nuts. And I'm not happy about that. And sadly, this guy is the last power, which I really like and won't be able to use. Okay, let's see what I'm buying for the end of the run. Dracopent's arm is actually pretty good. We got some bonuses here. This trades attack power damage. I kind of been running on power damage, so let's not do that. I'll buy this, I'll buy this, and I'll buy that. Now I'm armed to the teeth. Literally, I have an arm. It has a dragon on it. It allows me to shoot 2 charged projectiles at once. Vile Visage takes away my English. So we gotta use the mortar against this guy, but it has a special effect if we wait. Once he puts up a shield, you can break it. I don't like these things. Oh wow, that's a lot of enemies. Don't you dare do that again. Here, have some mortars. Well, I made him look like a chump. And I have fashionable boldness. Depending on how many sets I'm wearing, which happens to be everything but Oxjack, it'll give you some bonuses. It's just a compilation, like compensation for not having a full set. So you might want to grab every piece you can when you grab that thing. Well, my life doesn't depend on it anymore. Mission's done. I cleaned up everything. Everything's dead now. Forever. Glorious victory for me. All the Mavericks are dead? It took me 42 minutes to get through this thing. A little bit longer than I intended, but then again I was showing everything off. I even had some malware downloaded. I don't feel like getting murdered. Don't tell me what to do. The game heckles you if you die. And that's what's with that unwanted comment. I have some new items. I have some new tokens. I have some new soul chips. But I'm not going to do any more with this game unless you want me to. In fact, we hate Kerr. Look it up there. We hate Kerr a lot. If you want me to do more, I will take Ace, who is my favorite character in this game so far. I will go to defiant mode. I call it deviant mode. Why do I do that? You know what? I'll farm chips on the off screen. But yeah, it makes you choose. And it gives you skulls to do. Now this is where it gets interesting. All these skulls add different modifiers. See, you don't get any nuts in this one. You don't get any, you get double speed enemies. You might get things that'll kill you instantly, like spikes and falling. You could get more enemies. And thus like that. Especially enemies act faster, and lightning. That's terrible. The good thing this one is just masochism. So is High Tide and Undying. It's kind of masochistic. What I go with is Marathon, Swarm for extra enemies and extra nuts. I get Endless, which means the game keeps going after level 9. It might crash at high levels, but I haven't seen it happen. It's probably way before I got bored. And Destiny, which means the game picks your next boss for you. You don't get to choose. So those are my favorites. If you want me to, I will do a Defiant run until I die, or until I get ridiculous enough that I'll start to get bored. And I'll use these 4 skulls. And we can see just how crazy it gets. But that's up to you. I'll interject that with the other Let's Play I'm doing, if I have time. No promises here. But this has been 20XX. I'll see you later for another Let's Play. It's Zelda related. Just in time for more Zelda. I hope you enjoy Zelda. Good night, folks.